Hello, Leslie here, and today I will be going over what digital ethnography is. So basically, it is ethnography plus digital environments. It is a qualitative research method used by researchers to analyze people's interactions and behaviors online, which can be social media, online forums, and virtual worlds. Instead of immersing themselves in a physical location, they immerse themselves in these digital environments. Some methods and techniques include participant observation, where researchers are actively making notes or observing the interactions people have online and really taking note of their behaviors and how they use these digital environments. Content analysis, which is understanding trends, themes, user behaviors by what people post on social media, blogs, and forums. Interviews and surveys are also a huge part of it. It's important to make observations and take notes, but also be involved with communities and have the opportunity to talk to them and gain insights that way. And surveys, again, not only are they great qualitative tools, but surveys are also helpful in obtaining that quantitative data. And of course, we have data mining, which is utilizing tools to look for patterns and trends. And here are some examples of these digital environments. We have video games, and I chose Fortnite because it's become such an intriguing and very popular game. We have virtual worlds like Second Life, which I will go over right now. We have online forums like Slack, Discord, where a lot of people, specifically people who have their careers or are in a particular field, utilize these forums to connect with other peoples and share information. And of course, we have social media, which just connects everybody, and it really has become a huge factor in our lives now. All right, so what is Second Life? So, Second Life is not a game, it's a virtual world that was created in 2003 by Linden Labs. It's an immersive online platform where people create avatars or residents and they interact with each other, explore digital environments, and create their own spaces. Features a robust economy and utilize Linden dollars. So, people are able to buy, sell, trade goods on this platform. And other than buying and selling and trading goods, people can also socialize, attend events, play games, and participate in educational experiences. So if you look at the pictures here, we have people building homes, people attending concerts, events, connecting with each other, and creating anthropomorphic avatars. So it really, Second Life really showcases or shows how creative people are and how expressive they are online. A great example of a digital ethnography is Professor Bellstorff's coming of age and Second Life. Professor Bellstorff's study is interesting because he is an example of not just making observations from afar, but actually being involved in the community and being part of the community. So he really immersed himself in this virtual world, and his study delves into how Second Life is a place for people to explore their identity and explore social interactions. And he really highlights how Second Life is not a game, it's a real world, it's a complex world where people tend to experience real world issues and other things, like, for example, the concert, as I just mentioned, things that happen in real life, you're able to experience in Second Life. And his research highlights how traditional ethnography can be applied to digital spaces. This book was written in 2008, so a lot has changed since then, but as technology keeps advancing, digital ethnography will definitely keep play a crucial role in understanding technology and the interactions people have with it. And one of the most interesting stories from his coming of age and Second Life book was the story of Fran. So Fran is a woman who has Parkinson's disease, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to do a lot of things. as her disease worsened. So it really disabled her and stopped her from doing things in real life. So she really did utilize Second Life as a way to kind of find herself and reinvent herself and really just be happy. It was a tool for her to be happy, be herself, and get to interact with others online. If you're interested in learning more about digital ethnography, I highly recommend this book. It really gives a lot of insights, and it really is a blueprint for digital ethnography. Of course, digital ethnography has its challenges. Um, First, being privacy concerns. There's a fine line between public and private, and researchers have to make sure not to invade people's personal space or violate their consent. Two, representation. It's important to be involved in many communities and not just pick one, because one community is not enough to represent a whole group of people. So it's important to keep that in mind. And number three, ethical dilemmas. So the dilemma here really is that researchers are put in a position where they have to ask themselves, should I tell the participants that I'm a researcher, or should I just become one of them and experience, whether it's a social media or other platform, experience communities through the lens of people from that community, if that makes sense. It's like this saying we say in anthropology, it's like making the familiar unfamiliar and unfamiliar familiar. So it just really depends on the researcher, but again, it's important to always keep participants safe. And it could be tricky when conducting digital ethnography, because sometimes researchers have to ask themselves, is the data gathered truthful? And some of these strategies, and researchers and anthropologists apply these strategies to be able to sort out data and make sure it's not deceptive. So, triangulation, which means cross verifying findings, member checks, rich contextual data, longitudinal studies, which I think this one is one of the most important, because in conducting digital ethnographies, it's important to be able to engage with participants for a long period of time to really get to know them, their patterns and behaviors, and how they interact online. So I think this is one of the most important strategies. Ethical guidelines, diverse sample selection, reflexivity, and observational techniques. It's important for researchers to reflect on their own biases and, again, like I just mentioned, make sure that the data gathered is not deceptive. Applications and impact. So, where are anthropologists and researchers um, applying digital ethnographies? And one of the fields is marketing and business. And within this realm is user experience design and user experience researcher, where researchers utilize digital ethnographies to really understand user behaviors, preferences, needs, goals, and how certain products could help these communities and help these users. So digital ethnography has become crucial in marketing, business, and especially in product design. Um, Public policy, government and government and organizations use digital ethnography to develop policy and programs to address the needs of online communities. So again, it's really getting involved with communities and understanding them and their culture and behaviors to develop programs to help them manage their problems or fix their problems. Social research, which means exploring social phenomena, activism, spread of misinformation, provide insights into contemporary issues. Um, so these are some fields where anthropologists can work at and apply this anthropological research method that is digital ethnography. All right, so let's talk about the past, present, and future. So, digital ethnography is relatively new. It emerged in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was initially called netnography, which was coined by Robert Kozinets, and it was just used to explore online communities. But now it has become more than that. digital ethnography is crucial in user centered design and really understanding user behavior and culture, community engagement. So, tech companies utilize digital ethnographies to engage with online communities, social media, and marketing. And in the future, digital ethnography will be important in understanding and collecting data for AI and AI advances. So it will definitely be a tool to do big data analytics. So that is all. In conclusion, digital ethnography is and I believe will continue to be a powerful tool for understanding the complexities of online interactions and communities. And here are the citations. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all your feedback. It really helped me tremendously. So I appreciate you all and thank you for watching this. And I hope I answered your questions and this presentation was insightful. So thank you and bye bye.